Hey everybody, welcome to the Jam Yearbook. I'm here with Matt once again. We are going to talk about something new we've never talked about before, I think, really, or brought this up. We're going to talk about summer music festivals. The season is on us. I think Coachella has come and gone. We probably have, a few others coming. But Matt, I mean, how tired are you of hearing about Coachella? We don't hear about it as much over here in the
UK. I've been tired of it for many years. It's just an influencer thing, and it's. You want me to be the grumpy old man? I'll be the grumpy old man.
You can be the grumpy old man
because I'm pretty primed for it. Yeah,
I'm sure there are legit fans of the music, that's there, and the people that go and they enjoy it. But I can just imagine that it's oversaturated, the media, especially social media, the way.
Yeah, and that's the stuff that I need to just look past, right? Because that's the stuff that gets so in your face that where it just gives the overall experiments an aura of pretentiousness, or maybe not pretentiousness, but moneymaker.
Yeah,
that kind of icky kind of vibe. And I get it. People I don't mean to yuck your yum. You gotta make a buck somehow.
I really like how they do some of the festivals over here. Glastonbury, probably the most well-known, biggest festival that takes place each year in the UK. I want to say Transmit, which is Scotland's.
Like fun.
Yeah, it does. The Transmit Festival, which is Scotland's biggest festival. I've been to that. One of the things I'm really impressed with in the UK is that a lot of these festivals are televised. A lot of it's shown on TV the weekend that it's on. The weekend of Glastonbury, you're going to find the Sunday night performer, the Saturday night performer. That's going to be on live on BBC television while you're sitting hanging out. Yeah, so you don't have to get all dirty, muddy, sweaty, smelly to experience the music. You can watch a great live performance from the couch, which is my preferred way of watching festivals. Because I like concerts that are indoors. I like lights. I like indoor sound. I went to Transmit. I didn't hate it. I went for Radiohead, and I did enjoy that. But I find myself way too distracted when I'm outdoors at a festival watching bands. I find myself like, there's an airplane going by. Oh, what's going on over here? Because when you're in the dark, when you're in an arena, you're in a civic center in the States, something like that. The focus is the stage. Everything's dark. You're not seeing everything else around you. But when you watch bands at festivals, every single drunk moron is right there for prime viewing.
Kind of like Woodstock flashbacks, right?
Yeah. We're not old enough for that, people. We weren't even born when Woodstock came around. So
no, the second one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Right.
I mean, yeah, hey, Lollapalooza.
Hold on. Let's just take a quick pause.
Yep.
Because I don't know if this is going to change anything. But there is no Glastonbury this year.
Yes, there is.
Nope. It's taken it goes fallow every 3 or 5 years.
Oh.
Where they don't do it. And I just Googled it because I thought that was the case.
No, that's fine.
I'm glad. And I don't know if that changes anything about you said.
No, it's not going to change any way.
Every 5 years.
Okay, every 5 years.
Because I really like kind of like the backbone of Glastonbury, where it's a working farm. They let it go every 5 years to let the land recover. So
yeah, and it does seem like it's a very good atmosphere there. I've been told by somebody that at Glastonbury you can spend all day just walking around finding different bands and different types of music just all over the area and spend the entire day just exploring it, and it sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, and at its heart, that's what music festivals should be about.
I was bringing up Lollapalooza there quickly. Lollapalooza started as a touring festival, but now it's not. I don't even know why it's on a festival list. It does feature many bands, but I don't know. It's not what it used to be. It used to be all about introducing alternative artists, music that people probably wouldn't really normally hear, and it seems like it's turned into another commercial festival with some cool artists still that go play there. But I
get it. If the festival doesn't make money, how can it continue?
Well, speaking of making money, what I want to talk about is doing a little research. I discovered that a lot of the big artists, if you're a headliner at one of these big festivals, you're going to get paid anywhere between 1 to 4 million, not Glastonbury. Glastonbury, they make pennies to play. Like Glastonbury is almost like a donation of the artists come and show up and do their time there. But if you're playing Bonnaroo, if you're playing Coachella, these guys are making 1 to 4 million to go and play this stage. And the big festivals. But
the headliners,
it drops very quickly to, tens of thousands to maybe $1,000, $2,000, $250 a piece for the band members and tickets for the weekend, or maybe food, for coming in. And I did read a lot of threads through the internet about bands actually trying their best just to break even to go and play because they want to play in front of that audience. They want to play in front of a crowd. But we were discussing how the model that's set up sounds a lot more like how the music industry works now, where it's going to be more about they're going to get you on stage, they're going to sell a lot of tickets, a lot of people are going to come and watch you play, but you're not going to make any money. You're obviously you're probably going to go push merch, you're going to try to get something there, but it seems like a lot of artists play festivals purely for the sake of saying they've played a festival.
Well, yeah, it gets them in front of a huge amount of eyeballs, right? And if essentially where you start losing money is what you want to bring to the stage. They'll give you the basics, but if you have something that you specifically want, that's coming out of your pocket. One of the things that I read was and I didn't realize this happened, but I mean, it makes sense to me how bands are put into this blackout period of that area where they can't play a show because
months.
I get it.
For months in advance of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Because you don't want those people to go, well, I just saw them, I don't need to go.
Mm-hmm. And then the other thing that happens at these festivals, and this actually, I've seen this happen. I've seen it happen in Vermont when I was playing in bands, but I'm not really big on it if it's a big festival doing this. A band will get booked. Yep, you can have it, but here's 40 tickets and you need to sell these. And that's your money. And that's how you're going to get paid. So the band has to go and sell these 40 tickets so that people will show up at this festival. And I'm not really a big fan of that model. I think if you're bringing people through the door anyway without having to sell the tickets yourself, because I didn't read that it was a make the money back, but I'm going to guess they had to put the money up front for those tickets and then sell them themselves, because that's what happened in Vermont with some of the bands I played in. We had to buy the tickets. We had to buy 25 tickets, and then we had to go and sell those tickets and anything on top of that. So you got the money back, but you didn't make money until more than the 25 people you sold those tickets to. And I mean, how many friends are actually going to commit to going to your shows and such? I mean, I guess if you have a good fan base and everything, but you shouldn't need 25 people to buy a ticket from you or your band if you're actually successful at what you're doing.
It's just one more thing in a long list of items where if you're in a band, there's a lot of stuff you're doing for free. Mm-hmm. Right? Nobody's paying you to practice. Nobody's paying you to, ultimately they're paying you to write. Mm-hmm. But, they're not going to pay you for those 15 songs that never make it on a record.
The other thing that is a gripe for me with festivals is it's just, for me, I wouldn't have any fun if the weather went really downhill. I think if I were spending 3 days out in the pouring rain, and I've seen people doing the mudsliding and dancing, but I've seen people like lose shoes and such,
my shoe.
Yeah, but they literally have lost shoes at festivals because of the mud being so deep, and trying to just walk around even the venue itself, not even where the bands are playing, but trying to get to the tent area or trying to go to the food stalls.
If it's too friggin' hot. I can't.
I wouldn't like that.
Just, for me personally, it's just maybe when I was younger, but now it's just like that's too many people.
When I went to Lollapalooza,
I want to go to like a 500, 1,500 people event.
When I went to Lollapalooza in the 90s. I remember a big thunderstorm came through in the middle of the afternoon. It was one of those big epic 3 p.m. thunderstorms that kind of comes and goes in about 15, 20 minutes. And everybody ran for cover. The bands had to stop playing. And then we all came out, and then it was also sunny and beautiful again afterwards. But I couldn't imagine being in like 3 days of rain. It was actually kind of nice, that thunderstorm, the rain that fell on us, because it was a hot day. I think it was August when we were at this show.
Yep.
And but yeah.
Hot and dusty, yeah.
Yeah, so it wasn't that bad, and I also stuck out the rain and went and got front gate and stood right at the stage, and the next band to
I
come
remember
on,
that story.
yeah, it was the Flaming Lips. So I got to see the Flaming Lips right from the front because I was standing in a thunderstorm holding onto a metal gate. It's like I'm planting myself right here because I'm an idiot.
Electricity's already been discovered, Jim. We don't need to recreate that.
I'm sure I killed enough brain cells that day before I even would have lost a few to some lightning strike. But yeah. So yeah, summer festivals. Anyway, I don't think they're our thing, but go have fun. Matt and I aren't going to judge you if you're enjoying yourselves.
No, I'll try not to. No. Again, if that's your thing, that's your thing.
Yeah.
Go have, balls out.
Yeah.
Go have fun.
Just don't tell Matt anything about Coachella because he doesn't want to hear it.
Yeah. I have no desire.
All right, everybody. We will see
I'm
you.
old.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We'll see you next time on the next episode of the Jam Yearbook.
Subscribe to the Jam!